One love, job bless. Fire Nelson here. Today I'm going to talk about why being a chosen one is lonely. So being a chosen one is sometimes lonely. It isn't always lonely. It's just lonely if you let it get to you and you're not, following what the Most High is trying to tell you. And the reason I say that is because if you're following what the Most High is trying to really tell you, then one, you might be alone, but you're not really lonely because the Most High is with you and guiding you. And hopefully you're doing the practices and the teachings that, the Most High is guiding you to, which is probably why you're watching this video, because you've been doing spiritual practices and doing your meditation, your journaling, your, reading and whatever else there is that comes with your spiritual practices, yoga. But we have to realize that as long as we're living in the divine path that we're supposed to, we're not going to feel this loneliness. And if we do feel this loneliness, it's because we're blocking a blessing. We're not seeing the full potential, the full awareness of our new self, our true divine self. We can't keep on doing the same things and expect to meet people that we actually click with when we're a completely different being now, when we're completely changed and, and I say changed compared to the normal people, when we're spiritually awakened, when we're chosen by the Most High to awake from this illusion, when we realize what's going on, it's hard sometimes for people to connect with us, and it's hard for us to connect with people because we see how people are so materialistic or just surface level and gossiping and just profane and toxic and just so many things. And not in a judging type of way, but this is just a reality. It's not us not liking them any less or any more. This is not a judgment. This is us just realizing we don't want that energy around. And it's hard to find people that we can really match with that doesn't seem like an energy drain. So sometimes we find ourselves happy we are alone though. I know for a lot of us, and especially me, I enjoy my alone time. I get to read, I get to do whatever I want, catch up on chores, catch up on my goals, catch up on my journaling, catch up on whatever it is I want to do. So I really enjoy my alone time to the point where I kind of need to make more time for friends and stuff like this because I get so focused and I be in my own world and I love it, But for the people that do get lonely, what you want to do is, of course, keep on doing your spiritual practices. Keep on strengthening yourself and strengthening that inner wealth and that, inner abundance and that inner love and that inner peace. But what you really want to do is, now it's time for action and to start stepping out of your comfort zone. Get out of those normal environments that I was talking about. We don't want to be going back to the club. We don't want to be going back to the bar. We don't want to be going back to the wherever. We want to live forward in a different way, in a more righteous way. And we want to align our activities more with that. So that means like going to the farmer's market instead of just going to the grocery store. I'm sure you'll find people more closer to your mindset there. Maybe not the first time, maybe not the third time, maybe not the fifth time, but maybe the 10th time you might meet somebody and y'all click and there you go. There's a friendship or a significant other right there, a blessing in disguise. And we have to remember not to meet people with judgment. We have to find people that are close to on our energy levels and try to be patient and non-judgment with them at where they are, maybe mentally or spiritually. Because if you can feel their good energy, if you can feel that they're a good person and they are a positive person for the most part, and they are instantly bombarding you with drama and pop culture nonsense and stuff like this, then you can tell if their energy is positive in their first encounters and stuff like this, then you can tell that 9 times out of 10, then their next encounter is going to be similar, and so forth and so on. Because despite what mass media tells us, people are 9 times out of 10 fairly nice, and they just don't sometimes know how to act. So we have to judge them not because they know not what they do. And as long as their energies are matching ours, and to some extent, we have to be willing to accept the blessings that come our way. We don't want to be that person in scripture who was drowning and got so many people that came by as a blessing from the Most High, and the guy just kept saying, oh no, I'm waiting for the Most High, I'm waiting for the Lord himself to come down and save me. I'm waiting for me to be blessed directly until he dies, and then the Lord says, what were you doing? I sent you 3 different people from me. And the dude's like, oh, what? I didn't, miss the blessings. So we have to realize that I don't want to say we don't have so many chances, but the Lord's going to give you chances. And if you keep missing them, then why is the Lord going to keep blessing you? If you keep saying no, or if you keep on seeing these events that you feel like you align with, these concerts that you feel like you're aligned with, they're playing good reggae music, playing some good jazz music, good whatever you listen to, and it's positive frequency type of music, or you see like someone coming to speak, or anything, any event that's going on, whatever going on in your community, or the next community over, if you see something that you align with, you need to go ahead and go and do that thing. You need to pursue it, because who knows who you're going to meet there that aligns with you. We can't keep missing these blessings to be like, oh, I'll go to the next concert. Oh, I'll go to the next farmer's market. Oh, I'll go to the next, high level meetup, So we have to realize that we can't keep letting blessings slip by us, because I'm not saying the Most High is going to stop giving us blessings, opportunities. That's definitely not going to happen, but we're going to stop seeing them as often, until we start to accept the blessings and, come to terms with, that we are the problem, instead of thinking it's the outside so much. Because like I said, there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. So if you're lonely, then that's something within that you need some companionship, and there's nothing wrong with that. I have companionship where I have a significant other, so I don't get so lonely, even though I don't really spend most of my time with friends and stuff like this. So, I know it's different, but we have to realize there's a difference between being alone and lonely. So if you're lonely, then you should do whatever you can in a non-rushing or non-faithful type of, and not a non-faithful type of way, but you should do whatever you can action-wise to accept the blessings that come into your city, your town, your area. And if you're alone, and especially if you feel lonely, but if you're alone in general and you don't have, serious commitments or, whatever it is, and you can take a week off your job or whatever, you are the number one person, especially if you're spiritually, awakened, you're chosen, and you're really walking that chosen path, that righteous path, that peace, love, serenity path. You should take a week off right now and just go travel If you're alone, and especially if you're lonely, travel the world. We have to realize everybody is our brothers and sisters. Everybody is here for our eyes, here for our ears, here for our, mouth, so we can speak to them. Everybody is here and in our awareness for a reason. It just depends if we harness whatever message that is coming from it. Some messages are just visual, some messages are just audio. But if you go and talk to everybody that you saw, you would get something. You'd get more than something, you'd get a whole probably night of different conversations that you could talk about for, I'm sure, years. But we have to realize that every interaction depends on how we interact. So if we come up to someone and we're negative and we're like, all angry facing and being all loud and aggressive, then I'm sure they're gonna be aggressive back. But if we're peaceful and positive, you'll be able to see how much peace and positivity is in them. Just like you'll be able to see how much aggression is in them. Because some people will be like, hey man, you need to chill out. I ain't even with all that. Some people be like, hey, what's up? What are you trying to, some people are really trying to get you. And some people be like, oh, hey, yeah, having a good day. Yeah, bye. And some people be like, oh, thank you very much. Hey, yeah. Oh, how you doing? Oh, wow, I love your beard. Love your, So you'll be able to tell right away who is part of your tribe. It's not as hard as you trying to make it. We just have to get out of our comfort zone. Go do different things. Travel. Whether it's in your country, whether it's out the country, wherever. Travel and get away for a week. We don't have to be workaholics. Save up $1,000. Save up $500. Save up $20. Just enough for a gas to tank so you can just go out to the, woods somewhere. Just travel, do different things, and enjoy your life, stepping out the box and doing something different than what you normally do. You don't have to stay lonely, because we really live in a place with abundant amount of people. Like, we could walk down the road or go to 20 different stores and not buy a thing and have a bunch of interactions, and eventually you will find somebody if you really want to meet someone that bad, But there's tons of different ways of meeting people and enjoying the process of meeting them. So if you're lonely, think of it more as an opportunity to grow. Think of it as an opportunity that a lot of people are alone right now and don't feel lonely and don't want to build a tribe, but you have that calling to you. So go ahead and get out there and, make some risks and build that tribe, because that's a cool thing. We don't have to look at loneliness as a, terrible thing to be feeling. It's actually a cool thing to feel. It's actually something that a lot of people nowadays don't really feel, or, if they do feel, they don't want to act on. And if they do act on it, it's only for selfish intentions. But if you're walking a, spiritual path, if you're a chosen one, then you're not doing this just for selfish intentions. You're here to share your knowledge, share your wisdom, and share your love and your energy with other people. And that's going to help uplift them and help them want to wisen themselves and know themselves. So we have to realize that the Most High is going to bless us with friends and, significant others if we are walking this righteous path, because the Lord wants us to share all the blessings that the Lord gave us. The Lord wants us to show the people how the Most High has blessed them, and to give credit to the Most High's name. So we have to realize that as long as we're walking in this righteous path and we're doing stuff that aligns with our purpose, with our inner purpose, with our divine purpose, as long as we're doing this, we'll find our tribe, we'll find our friends, we'll find our significant others. And this loneliness that we feel is just us not looking at life with full opportunity that it has, and we're not utilizing our time enough. to be blunt and honest. If you're feeling loneliness, maybe you need to be doing more reading, more meditating, more journaling, more studying in general, because my day is filled. It truly is, especially doing this. If I wasn't doing this, I would have a lot more time to chase other dreams and goals, but I know this is an important path, and I know this is an important part of my path for me. So I do this as service, so I can not only help the people around me if they want help, which 9 times out of 10 the people around us barely want help, but I do this so I can help other people that actually want help and want wisdom and want guidance and want a message from the Most High that's not tainted with so much squareness and judgment and strictness and harshness and wrath, because this is how a lot of people teach the teachings of the Most High. But the way I interpret it and the way the Most High came to me and is really by me looking into my spirituality and realizing that everything sources back to the original Yahweh, to the original way of the Most High, the Yahweh. I just realized it was said like that, but Yahweh is the original name of God, and that's how we're supposed to be living in Yah's way. So we have to realize that as long as we're living in Yah's way, then blessings will come to us. What we ask for will come to us, especially if we're praying and saying that it is already ours, it is already received, it is already done. Maybe I'll do a video on how to pray. But as long as we're doing our prayers and we're really making sure that what we want is known to the Most High, and making sure that we are being grateful and knowing that we are blessed and that we have so much friendship and love around us unconditionally, as long as we already know that, then more of that will come to us. Just stay patient, stay aware, and get active. You're not going to meet people in your house scrolling on Instagram or doing whatever. We have to realize that we have to get out of our comfort zone sometimes and truly, truly embrace the world for what it is, which is just a blessing in an abundant place. So if you haven't, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and I appreciate everybody that's been doing that. I know it's been a wild road. Being a chosen one, no one ever said that it was going to be easy, but no one ever said it was going to be tough either. But it's something that we have to deal with. Is sometimes hurdles and sometimes trials and tribulations, but just know that you're going to get through them, and it's happening for our greatest good. This alone time is time for us to do our spiritual practices and really focus and grow innerly as well as mentally and physically. So take this as a blessing and get out and get active and get out of your comfort zone. This is your sign to go out and do something this weekend, or go out and travel next week, or at least next month. I really pray that you do. Like I said, subscribe, like, comment, share, and I hope you have a blessed day. One love.